What's up, everyone? This is Josh Ruma from East West Healing. Today I want to talk about this one thing you take away from our message is you cannot mess up your healing process. But as always, before we get started, please hit that like button, please hit that subscription button, and please hit that notification button. One, to show us a little support, help analytics with all the craziness going on. And lastly, every single Wednesday when we put out a video, you will get notified. And you want to be notified, right? Let's jump in. So there's a lot of information out there, right? There's so much information with social media, it is overwhelming, right? Everyone's like, do more, take more, do more labs, take more supplements, do ozone therapy. It's inundating. And the issue is when we're trying to create health and we're moving 1,000,000 miles an hour in our life, and then we turn health or getting healthy into a job, into a hobby, and we move 1,000,000 miles an hour, right? We're meeting chaos with chaos. So the only thing we're gonna get out of that is chaos, or we're not gonna create health. We're gonna chase our tail and go, why me? Everyone else is healing. You probably know what I'm talking about, right? So here's the thing. You cannot mess up your healing process, right? Okay, you missed a meal. You went out to eat with some friends, right? You missed a workout. Or maybe you overtrained one day, right? Oh, you had a drink on the weekend. Here's the thing. If that alone, right? Let's say you miss a workout, right? If that alone messes up your healing journey, right? Or you went out with friends and you had a drink, or you had a meal at a restaurant, right? This should be fun. It shouldn't be fearful. It shouldn't be shame. It shouldn't lead to guilt, right? This should be fun. This is a part of our nervous system. This is a part of being human. This is called social engagement. This is how we thrive as humans. So if that affects your healing process in a negative way, I don't mean doing it every night, of course, but like, let's say you do it. This means that what you are doing to try to create health isn't healthy, right? Because if you go out and that leads to, oh my God, I feel like hell for 3 weeks. It might take you a day or two to adapt, of course, but the more resilient you get, it's not going to. But if you feel like hell for 2 weeks, or you have so much shame and guilt that you become so OCD that you're moving 110% and doing things 110%, and this creating so much shame, and you live in fear, this is not health, right? What we're trying to teach people is it's about creating balance, right? If you think of a speedometer, right? This is, let's say 100%, this is 0. This is health, or too much health, 100% we don't want to be there, or disease. If you're living at 80% or 90% or 75%, right? You're building metabolic reserve. You're putting money in the bank. You're building resiliency. So when you do miss a workout, when you do have a drink, when you do miss a meal or have a meal with friends and you're here, right? That might push your speedometer to here. But you have so much metabolic reserve, you're still far away from disease and symptoms. You can still bounce back because you have the awareness to do so, because what you're doing to create health is allowing you to create health, right? So you shouldn't feel it that much. But if you're living at 30, 40, 50% and trying to create health here by not creating a foundation, not looking at what's working for you, not changing your habits, not creating new healthy habits, overdoing supplements, overdoing modalities, right? Not focusing on the very things you need to do every day to create health, and you miss a meal, workout, go to eat, etc., right? Now it's going to push you this way, even closer to disease and symptoms, and you will feel it. Of course, emotionally, that's going to create shame and guilt and a lot more fear. And it's going to push you this way instead of that way, right? Just a visual. So we want people to eat and live in a way that allows health to not be a hobby and not be a full-time job. It's something that just intertwines with your life. It's a part of your being, and it allows you to go, you know what? I want to have a drink this weekend. Or I'm going to go with friends, and I don't really care where we go. I'm going to do the best I can with what I got in the current situation, because I've built so much metabolic reserve that when I get home and I get back on track, probably not going to notice this, but I have noticed it, but I have the tools to get me on track, right? And maybe to deposit, let's say the $50 that I spent last night, in a sense, on my body budget, right? So that's the message. This is the message we want to get across to people, because health is not fun anymore. We're making it so obsessive. We're chasing our symptoms. We're using lotions and potions and diets and supplements and crazy expensive modalities. Everything you need is right here. You just have to create the change to allow it to happen internal physiologically, which will create what you want. It'll allow you to reach your goals. And here's the thing, when you do that, it creates so much freedom. It creates so much simplicity, and everything, health, becomes that much more fun. Thanks for tuning in as always. If you have any comments or you want to share any wins or even struggles, put them in the comments as always. Thank you for your support. I'm out.